One of the more common rationales for less than optimal human behavior is this notion that, well, they did the best they could. You know that given unforeseen circumstances, we all managed to deal with what life threw at us in the best way we knew how at the time. And further, that if we had been under the same circumstances as someone else, none of us can say for sure that we would have managed it any better. Now, I totally appreciate the sentiment of not judging anyone's behavior too harshly, whether it's ours or someone else's. No one wants to be so arrogant that they can't walk in another's shoes. However, I think this catch-all excuse has outlived whatever usefulness it may have had. I'm not suggesting we all start heaping blame on ourselves or, God forbid, our parents, perhaps the most frequent target of this blanket pass. I do, though, want to cut through the mostly noble reasons why we utter this statement and maybe consider a new way to hold our universal failings as human beings. First of all, can we just acknowledge that we rarely do the best that we could? If we have a relationship fail, then it seems obvious in most cases that we did not do the best we could. It's like that not so helpful advice to always give 100%. We hardly ever give 100%. This is not a knock on our capabilities or know-how or our potential. It's simply not true in the vast majority of cases that we did the best we could. If we had, the results would have been at least far more favorable to ourselves and others. Nobody's perfect, right? Well, nobody always does the best they could either. Same idea, different excuse. Now, before anyone gets the impression that I'm just ratting on our penchant for passing the buck, please understand where I'm coming from with all this. I think all of us are the most amazing creatures we'll ever interact with. We have incredible compassion and drive and creativity, all of us. Yet I think we must be willing to absorb our failings, our missteps, our frankly negative behaviors, if we want to improve our outcomes in life, and by extension, the lives of those closest to us. Being responsible for our countless mistakes, many of them the same ones, does not mean assigning blame anywhere. We don't always cause the bad things to happen. Yet we are the only ones who can choose that we had a part in it. We didn't intend it, but we were a contributing factor. Blameless, yet also capable of doing better, even if we're not doing the best we could. I, for one, don't believe this diminishes us. I believe it's an ongoing question we could be asking ourselves. It shows us, if we're listening, that there are endless ways to improve the human condition. I can't say I enjoy confronting how inadequate I often am to the task, but I'm grateful for the signposts. I think I will actually do better next time.